Just confirming all of her wonderful choices, which they are wonderful choices.
They are.
Yeah, just been a great offseason, having a lot of fun, and excited to be here. So,
Look, what's the biggest change as far as how you approach the game and now that you're in your second year?
I think the biggest thing is routine. I mean, now that I kind of have a year under my belt and get to see what, the NFL looks like, I can start tweaking things and, really getting down to the things that are going to be making me more prepared for games, and even more prepared for practices, finding the little things that are going to get me better and,
Raider Nation, what's good? Get ready to lose your mind because we've got some massive Las Vegas Raiders news that's about to set the 2025 season on fire. Our boy Jackson Powers-Johnson, the beast from Oregon, is being hyped as the next big thing in the AFC West. Pro Football Focus just dropped a bombshell, calling him a breakout candidate. And trust me, this isn't just hype, it's destiny. Are you ready to dive into why JPJ is about to dominate? Here's the deal. The Raiders' offensive line has been a work in progress, but Powers-Johnson is the spark we've been waiting for. Drafted in the second round in 2024, this guy's got the skills, the grit, and the heart to anchor our line for years. With Andre James gone, JPJ's got a clear shot to own the center spot in 2025. Can he live up to the hype? Let's break it down. Picture this. A young lineman steps into the NFL, versatile enough to play guard and center, and he's already turning heads. That's Jackson Powers-Johnson, folks. Last season, he split time between positions, showing flashes of brilliance, but now he's locked in as our starting center, and the Raiders are betting big on him. Why? Because he's built for this. So what's got us so pumped? PFF's glowing report says it all. JPJ's college stats were insane. 84.5 overall grade, best among centers in 2023, and just one pressure allowed all season. Raider Nation, are you feeling the vibe? Drop in the comments. Is JPJ the key to our offensive line's revival? Let's get into the first chapter of this epic story. Back in 2024, Jackson Powers-Johnson was a rookie with something to prove. Coming out of Oregon, where he won the Remington Trophy as the nation's top center, he brought a nasty edge to the Raiders' line. He started at guard, holding his own, but when Andre James went down mid-season, JPJ slid to center and never looked back. His snaps were clean, his blocks were ferocious, pure Raider energy. The numbers don't lie. In limited action at center, Powers-Johnson showed why he's a future star. PFF gave him high marks for his technique and power, noting his ability to stonewall defenders. He wasn't perfect. Rookie mistakes happen, but his potential? Off the charts. Imagine what he'll do with a full offseason to prep. Now let's talk about that big move. The Raiders released Andre James this offseason, a veteran who'd been solid but wasn't the long-term answer. Why? Because JPJ proved he's the real deal. This wasn't about saving a buck. It was about building around a young stud. Raider Nation, do you think this was a right call? Hit the comments. Here's where it gets juicy. With James in Los Angeles, Powers-Johnson is the undisputed starter at center for 2025. New offensive coordinator Chip Kelly loves his versatility and football IQ. JPJ's ready to lead this line, but can he handle the pressure of being the anchor? Let's keep rolling to find out. Raider Nation, let's talk about why Jackson Powers-Johnson is special. This guy's not just strong, he's smart. At Oregon, he dominated with technique, reading defenses like a veteran. In 2024, he carried that over, even as a rookie juggling two positions. His ability to adapt? That's what makes him a Raiders gem. PFF's hype isn't random. They crunched the numbers. JPJ allowed just one pressure in 400 college snaps at center. One. In the NFL, he faced grown men like Aaron Donald and still held his ground. That's the kind of toughness we love in Vegas. Think he's got all-pro potential? Let me know below. Now picture Powers-Johnson in training camp, going toe-to-toe with our own Maxx Crosby. Recent reports from Silver and Black Pride say these two are building a bromance, pushing each other to be great. Crosby's intensity is rubbing off, and JPJ's loving it. This chemistry could be huge for our team vibe. Here's the big question. Can JPJ elevate the entire offensive line? The Raiders struggled to run the ball last year. averaging a measly 3.6 yards per carry. With Ashton, Jeanty, and Raheem Mostert in the backfield, JPJ's blocks could open massive holes. Raider Nation, what's your bold prediction for our run game? Let's dive deeper. Let's zoom in on that 2025 opportunity. Powers Johnson isn't just stepping into a role. He's got a chance to be a cornerstone for the Las Vegas Raiders. With Pete Carroll and John Spytek running the show, the team's all in on youth and talent. JPJ fits that vision perfectly, but the spotlight's on him now. Last season, he played 14 games, splitting time between guard and center. SI.com reports he started 6 games at center when James was hurt, and his snaps were electric. Fans on X are buzzing, saying his aggressive style is pure Raider DNA. Do you agree? Drop your take in the comments. The Raiders' offense is getting a facelift. Geno Smith at QB, Ashton Jeanty at RB, and Chip Kelly calling plays. This unit's got juice. But all starts up front. Powers Johnson's job? Protect Smith and pave the way for Jeanty. If he dominates, our offense could shock the AFC West. Here's the kicker. PFF predicts JPJ could be a breakout star in 2025, maybe even all-pro caliber. With a full offseason to lock in at center, he's got no excuses. Raider Nation, are you ready to see him maul defenders? Let's talk about the challenges he'll face next. Every star faces hurdles, and Jackson Powers Johnson's no exception. The AFC West is a gauntlet. Think Chris Jones, Zach Allen, and those relentless Chiefs defenses. JPJ's got the strength, but can he handle the mental grind of facing elite D-lines every week? That's the test. Last year, he showed resilience. Per just blog baby, he started strong at guard but shined brighter at center. His pass blocking was solid, but run blocking needs work to boost our ground game. With Kelly's up-tempo scheme, JPJ's got to be quick and precise. Think he's up for it? Sound off below. Raider Nation, let's talk team vibes. The Las Vegas Raiders are entering 2025 with swagger. Pete Carroll's got the squad fired up, and Powers Johnson's right in the mix. SI.com says he's hyping up rookies like Ashton Jeanty, building that silver and black brotherhood. Love that energy. JPJ's not just a player, he's a leader. At minicamp, he was jawing with Maxx Crosby, standing up to the trash talk. Las Vegas Sun called it a defining moment, showing his fearlessness. That's the Raider mentality we crave. Who else on this roster brings that fire? Hit the comments. The offense is stacked with potential. Jacoby Myers, Brock Bowers, and Michael Mayer give Geno Smith weapons, but the line's gotta hold. Powers Johnson's role is massive. Keep Smith upright, let Jeanty eat. If he delivers, we could see a top 15 offense. What's your 2025 win prediction? Here's the tease. JPJ's not alone in the hype train. PFF and fans on X are calling him a future star, but he's got to earn it. With training camp looming, all eyes are on him. Raider Nation, are you ready for the next chapter of this breakout story? Let's keep it rolling. Now, let's get real about expectations. Jackson Powers Johnson isn't just filling a spot. He's got to be a game changer. The Raiders' 2024 season was rough, with only 4 wins. The O-line was part of the problem, giving up too many sacks. JPJ's got to flip that script in 2025. PFF's bold take? Powers Johnson could be one of the NFL's top centers by season's end. His college tape shows elite potential, and his rookie year proved he's no fluke. But the NFL's a different beast. Can he dominate pros like he did in college? Drop your thoughts below. The Raiders' schedule is brutal. Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos, oh my. Powers Johnson will face monsters every week. Clutch Points says training camp battles will toughen him up, especially against our own D-line. If he holds his own, our offense could finally click. What matchup are you hyped for? Here's the dream. JPJ anchors a line that powers a playoff run. With Carroll's coaching and Kelly's scheme, the pieces are there. But it starts with our young center. Raider Nation, do you believe in the JPJ hype? Let's talk about his impact on our new-look offense. Let's zoom out to the big picture. The Las Vegas Raiders are rebuilding, but 2025 feels different. New regime, new stars, new hope. Jackson Powers Johnson's at the heart of it, a second-year stud ready to lead. SI.com says he's embracing Chip Kelly's system. Fast, smart, physical. That's our guy. The fan base is buzzing. X-posts are lit with JPJ love, calling him a mauler and future legend. His Big Jack's burger at Barcode Burgers is even a Vegas hit. But hype's one thing, results are another. Can he deliver for Raider Nation? Share your bold JPJ prediction below. Powers Johnson's growth isn't just about him. If he elevates Parham, Kappa, and the rest, our O-line could be a strength. Last year's 79.8 rushing yards per game? Unacceptable. With JPJ leading, jeanty could feast. What's the key to fixing our run game, fans? Here's the stakes. A strong O-line means more wins, maybe even a wild card spot. Powers Johnson's the X factor. As training camp nears, the hype's real, but the work's just starting. Raider Nation, are you ready to see JPJ shine? Let's explore his bond with a Raiders legend next. Raider Nation, let's talk about that Maxx Crosby connection. Powers Johnson and our superstar pass rusher are tight, and it's got us hyped. Silver and Black Pride says they trained together this offseason, building a bond that's pure Raider grit. JPJ's learning from the best. How huge is that? Crosby's work ethic is legendary, and it's rubbing off. JPJ's been hitting the gym, studying film, and soaking up Max's intensity. At minicamp, they were trading barbs, pushing each other. Do you see him as a Raiders icon? The 2025 season is JPJ's proving ground. With PFF's hype, a new coaching staff, and a stacked offense, the stage is set. But greatness isn't given, it's earned. Powers Johnson's got to block, lead, and grind every snap. What's his ceiling, fans? All-Pro? Hall of Fame? Let's talk. Raider Nation's been through it. Tough seasons, relocation drama. But players like JPJ give us hope. His love for the silver and black shines through, from his podcast chats to his Vegas burger. How much does that passion mean to you? Share your Raiders pride below. Here's the final word. Jackson Powers Johnson's ready to etch his name in Raiders history. Training camp starts soon, and we'll be watching. Raider Nation, let's show some love. Smash that like button, drop a comment, subscribe, and share this with every Raiders fan you know. Just win, baby.